onto our web page. First, I would like us to change the title of our page. So let's call this, since it is our first web page, let's call it, this is my first web page. Then I can save the changes by pressing Ctrl and S. Then let's go to our browser and refresh. When we refresh, you can see the title has changed. The title is now, this is my first web page. So that means the title, the tag for title enables us to change the title. And here in the body, this is where we can now write the content for our web page. So let's begin with the title. The title might be your name. So let's begin by writing our name. So any tag begins with an angle bracket. Then the tag for a heading is H1. Then you should be sure to close the angle bracket. And when you close, while using Visual Studio Code, you will see the code will, the tag will be completed. Save it for the content that you're supposed to write. And you can see the cursor is blinking in between the start of the tag and the end of the tag. So if I want the title of my web page to be my website, for instance, I can simply press Ctrl and S to save it, then go back to the browser. When I refresh this, you can see it appears as the title for that page. Then when you want to now write some content for your any other thing that will appear in that web page, we can use the paragraph tag, which is normally represented by P in the angle brackets. And you can see it is complete. So here you can write the content. For this instance, I'm going to write, I love coding in HTML. Press Ctrl and S. When I go back to my browser and refresh, you can see this one appears. Then one more important thing, if you want to separate text, if you wanted to separate text if you wanted, let's say, to have this line break, the next line break from the previous line, we can simply introduce a line breaker. So we have another special set of tags that do not require you to put the end to it. An example is the line breaker. So the line breaker is normally represented by BR. And we put it in angle brackets, and you can see it has not been completed because this is an open tag. So if I write any other thing, it will appear in the next line without me having to type the same, without typing the same in the next line. So the next sentence I can write, and I forgot this one should be So this content should have been in between the tag for paragraph. So I can just paste it there. And when I come back to the browser, you can see it has created, the line breaker has created some space in between the words. And that is what we do when we want to get some space in between our words. We use the line breaker. Anyone with a question? Eddie, have you been able to do what we've done so far?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I would like you to share your screen so that we follow your progress together.
Okay, let me share my screen. Press here. Let's see. Love it. I can't see. Uh, I can.
Oh, great. And were you able to view it in the browser?
Uh, uh, yeah, yes. I
Yeah,
can
you can.
I can see the web page, but yeah.
Yeah, all right. You can try that later on.
Yeah.
It's also important to understand that web browsers read HTML documents and display them. It does not display, the web browser does not display the HTML code. It uses the code to determine how to display the document. So you just give the instructions by writing down the code, then it can be viewed in the content. It's only the content that can be viewed in the web browser. So it's the web browser that picks the content to be displayed. So today I wanted us to do some text formatting. So you can see when you check the browser, Eddie thinks you can stop sharing your screen. When you look at the web page that I shared, you can notice that the text is just the basic text but we can perform formatting to this text. And text formatting, we can define this by saying it's a process of changing the appearance of text. In this case, we are changing digital text to make it more visible. You can also add styles to it, or it can also be that you're providing emphasis on the text. So this can be done by either making the text bold. Making the text bold will make the text more visible. We can add styles like italics, or we can provide emphasis by underlining our text. And while doing this, there's a special way that we do it by using tags for making text bold. We also have tags that can make the text to be underlined. We also have tags that can make the text to be in italics. So that is what I wanted us to discuss today. So whenever we want to make the text bold, the tag to be used is just as the name suggests, bold. It begins with a B. So it should be a B in the lowercase inside angle brackets. And when we are using or we are making text italic, we use an I. So most of the elements in HTML, most of the tags, most of those elements, the tags, they take up the first letter of whatever they represent. For example, for bold, we use B. For making text italic, we use I. And for underlining text, we use U. So an example, let's write, this is a task that all of us should get involved in. Let's all write a paragraph introducing yourself. So when you want to make the text bold, let me go back to Visual Studio Code. We're going to U. So for us to underline, let's use U. Then we close that tag. Then we can cut the content from this part so that we can have it underlined. We place it there. Then we can save all the changes. So the three changes that we have made, one, we have made the heading to be underlined by use of the underline tag. Then here we are making the first sentence bold. So we are using the bold tag. So we are making sure that it appears within the paragraph tag. The other paragraph tag will have italicized text. So we begin by using we put the content in between the italics tag. So after having saved our changes, let's just see how it appears in the web browser. So let's refresh and see if those changes have been effected here. And you can see we have our heading has been underlined. The first sentence is in bold, and the other sentence has been italicized. Anyone with a question? Nathaniel is so silent today. Nathaniel, have you been able to perform the text formatting? Nathaniel, are you here? Let's hope he's probably following. Quincy, have you been able to perform text formatting?
Yeah, I mean, I don't been trying to do the thing where I change the font, but I'm struggling with that.
Oh, please share your screen so that we can see where the challenge is.
Okay.
I'll stop sharing mine. All right. So, Eddie, can you try to explain to us what you've understood and how you came up with this?
The title is like what like the name of the website will be, The H1 is the heading, which will like pop the like, which will be like bigger. U means to underline. P is to start a paragraph.
Mhm.
B is to bold. And yeah.
We have the tag for italics. As the name suggests, it should you should be able to tell us what the tag name for italics is. What do we use for italics? You pick the first letter of that word.
I.
That yeah. So you can cut that content, the content for that sentence with HTML. You can develop websites. So you can just create a tag for italics. Yeah, so the tag names can also work with uppercase letters. The tag names can also work with uppercase letters, but it's advisable to use lowercase letters.
Oh.
So if you apply the changes, then they should also be visible to your web page. Let's find out if Nathaniel is here. Oh, great. Nathaniel, are you here?
No, yeah, no, yeah.
It seems we lost him. So let's just proceed. He'll be able to catch up. So another important bit that we're supposed to discuss is about attributes. So attributes provide more details on elements. And normally they are specified in the start of an element. So attributes can allow us uh, to declare what we want to add on to our web page. For example, the img tag is an example of an attribute that will allow us to add an image. So we'll be able to look at that shortly after we have discussed something about lists. So you may want to have a list on your web page. How do you develop a list? So when making lists, it's important to note that we have three types of lists. One, we have an ordered list. Unordered, then this other tag, the nested tags for it will be, for each item, there will be a nested tag. And the start of the tag should have, the list item should be enclosed within the list item tag. So this LI stands for list item. And when I save these changes, you can see on my, you should be able to see on my web page, the unordered list will be visible. If I refresh this, you can see we have the list in bullet form. So that is about an unordered list. Next, we have what we call an ordered list. So the first one is an unordered because it doesn't follow a specific sequence. But the next one is a list that follows a certain sequence. For example, you might want to include a step-by-step process or a procedure on your website, on your web page. So that will require you to use an ordered list. And how do we come up with a tag name for an ordered list? It is OL, to mean ordered list. So ordered list displays items with numbers or letters. They display items with numbers or letters. They could even represent items using Roman numbers, for as long as they have been ordered. So they're normally created using the OL, ordered list tag, with each item wrapped in a list item tag, just like for the unordered list. So the items appear in a specific sequence. So if I apply some of this on my page, so I've gone to Visual Studio Code to create an ordered list. Then I want it to appear here. So you can see the steps are numbered. These are steps for, I used an example of steps for baking. So the first step is to mix ingredients. You can see it appears as the first step. Then step 2 is bake at 350 degrees. Then step 3 is to let it cool. So the steps follow each other. And if you want to see the structure, how it looks on in the HTML structure of this, let me press Control and U. Then you can see this is where the list begins, ordered list. Ordered list. Then each of the steps is wrapped in a list item tag. So the list item tag ends there, it starts here. So each of the items is wrapped in the list item is here. Anyone with a question? So I'd like to give you a task at this point. I would like you to create on your web page, you make a list of your favorite foods using an ordered list, a UL, an ordered list, and your subjects in school using an ordered list, an OL. So we can get started. You make a list of your favorite foods using a UL, that is an unordered list, and your subjects in school using an ordered list. So we can begin with Eddie this time. You can share your screen. We do the process together. Eddie, please share your screen. Thank you.
Okay, let me do it.
All right. So that we have an unordered list.
You sure you want bro? Wait, bro, I needed like and play. Like he wasn't like having like 46. 46.
You can complete the unordered list.
Stabbing my hip.
Then you can just create some space just to distinguish the code for it to be easily understood.
An ordered list of what?
So the ordered list should be that of your favorite subjects at school.
Okay. That's it.
All right, that's great. So that will allow you to that will show us on the web page the changes that have been made. Quincy, any challenge?
No, no challenges.
Have you made the ordered and unordered list?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great, Eddie. Thanks. Let's see your screen, Quincy.
Okay.
Just show us the web page that you made.